Thank you for that, everybody. You have to excuse me if I keep sitting down. I've got a bad back. I did my back in when I was in Australia and ended up in the Royal Melbourne Hospital for 3 days there. So I was told by a neurosurgeon when I went back to England last week that you mustn't get on any long haul flights. So here I am. Because I didn't want to let anybody down, but it just means I just keep sitting down all the time. So listening to all of you, you're all clearly here for the right reasons, and I think I can help you on a number of fronts apart from just delivering the training, so that you can go and use this system with other people, which is a simple, really simple process that you put people through. It's designed, if you like, for the masses, for the average man in the street. I have to say now, it's not really designed for anybody who has deep-rooted psychological issues about weight, but it's my belief, and I've been doing this 2 years now, and been getting a 95% success rate with people, that the vast majority of the public out there have not actually got deep-rooted psychological issues. They've formed a habit in a certain direction. That habit's maybe gone on for years. So this is about getting people to form a habit in a new direction. As far as getting clients in through your door on Sunday, I mean, I'll touch on marketing and stuff throughout the next couple of days, but Sunday is very much focused on marketing, and I'll tell you how I managed to give up the day job to do this on a full-time basis and to see the number of people that I see. Certainly, you know, we offer ongoing support with this. Certainly Marc does a lot of work with your WHO groups, with people that we've already trained, and the people who've taken on board the things that we've said about marketing, about themselves on the television, in the press, and have had the clients coming in through the door. And once you start getting successes with this with people, you know, the best referrals you can get are obviously those word-of-mouth ones, which obviously business will grow from there. So obviously I told you a little bit about the background to the programme, in that, you know, with the trials and stuff like that I carried out. I'm also, say, based in a doctor's surgery, and the doctor said to me, the trial had only been about 4 months previously, and then I was getting tons of people all day, every day, seeing clients, doing the work, and the doctor in the surgery said to me, I know that people generally pay you for this, and he said, but I've got patients who have been refused gastric surgery because of funding issues. They were down to have the operation. Because of all the funding issues in the UK now, they changed the goalposts and they weren't eligible for it anymore. So he said, so would you do another trial with those people? He said, because that obviously, you're wanting the National Health Service to take it on board, and then I can maybe help with that. Or certainly write letters to the right people. So would you be willing to see those people? So I said, yeah, I'll do those people, no problem. I did them all in a group. Now, for the original trial and the second one for the doctor, they were seen in a group, which generally I wouldn't advise. I don't see groups now with people, I see people on a one-to-one. And the main reason for that is, although yes, I did make it work twice in groups, I don't necessarily, part of me, maybe my own belief system, part of me thinks that might be a fluke. It needs to be on a one-to-one. And you can't tailor something to an individual if you've got them in a group situation. But for the purposes of the original trials, I couldn't devote 25 hours a week to seeing all those people individually, or 10 hours a week to seeing the people from the doctor's surgery. So this trial that I did for the doctors, on the very first session I did with them, we saw them all an evening and we cleared out the chairs out the doctor's surgery, and I got everybody in like a horseshoe. And the first session was a complete and absolute nightmare. There was a lady in the group, she had she had a coughing fit, which wasn't really a problem, but then she got up and she was like trundled across the toilet, which was just over here, and she comes in, she shuts the door, real loud bang at the door, and there's all these other people in the group like this, you know, real loud bang on the door, and here we go to the loo, and then she comes out of the toilet again and shuffles her way through all these people again and sits in the middle, and instead of just sort of sitting there and closing her eyes or stepping out of the group, she's going around in a handbag like this, you know, and digging her phone out, and I'm thinking, please don't use your phone. I'm like staring at her thinking, stop it. So, anyway, the next day I said to the doctor, I said, I don't think I've done very well with your group of people. And he said, oh, why, what do you mean? I said, it was a nightmare. I told him why. And he said, don't worry about it. He said, to be honest with you, he said, I have given you the worst set of patients that I've got on my books. And he said, if you can get a difference in one single one of those people, he said, I'll be really impressed. So anyway, and it worked.
Here's what students had to say about Sheila's training.
Well, I would give it a 10, but I'm Korean, so that translates to 100. And I think the most enjoyable part was meeting you. It was a great pleasure. Thank you.
I'm very glad I came. I got a lot out of it. My weight loss part of my business was my weakest link, I guess, and I now feel very confident that adding this is going to really bolster that. My expectations are very high because of all of the information you've presented. And I've just thoroughly enjoyed you presenting.
Thank you.
Look forward to meeting you again soon.
Thank you.
And thank you, Mark.
I've thoroughly enjoyed the course. I would rate it as 100 out of 10. I think the presenter was fantastic. But of course she is an international speaker.